Alrighty, boob tubes and ticket to top land. I need to stop doing these early mornings. I'm ready for my bed at 9 o'clock. But anywho, I was having a wee bath there, listening to a wee bit of the talk TV. The Rupert Murdoch gremlin, you know, these people who, like, the kid on their journalists, which is hilarious because they're the dregs of mainstream media that nobody wants anymore. Nobody wants them anymore. They get no work. So Talk TV and GB News scooped them all up, and now they're all bouncing about acting like journalists. It's hilarious. And news organisations, GB News and Talk TV are not news organisations. They're dangleberries of Nigel Farage and fucking Rupert Murdoch. Go and see where their politics are, and then figure out why the hell the Talk TV and GB News talks all the shit that they do. But anywho, let's get to Jeremy Slime, Jeremy Kyle. I mean, this guy. Did people like him when he used to do the Jeremy Kyle show? Came a joke, came a like a running joke. You better be on a Jeremy Kyle show. He was like, he was like a ball hair away from like being Jerry Springer. I mean, like a ball hair away from being Jerry Springer, and he's a scumbag who is a pompous scumbag who likes to preach from his ivory tower. But this is how easy it is to manipulate the viewing public and to twist shit into your own spin. So let's have a wee listen to this.
Time, just listening to that, just your immediate reaction to a system designed to protect people and so often does and so brilliantly, but when it goes wrong, this is catastrophic.
Now, give you context. If you don't know about that story, don't touch on it. It's fucking tragic. It'll break your heart. But that ain't the point I'm making about that story. The point is, that story is relatively important. You know, it shows the flaws in a system that we have in place to protect children, right? And obviously this case is an example of people falling through the cracks. Now, this dude on the right is some sort of an expert in this. Now, bear in mind, let have a wee timestamp. I don't know if you can see that, because I can't. It's 7, see down there underneath that fucking thing there, 7:22. This is the bottom of the half, like they break it into half hours, the wee news segments they do. This is the bottom of the half hour. This is the last story they'll cover this hour, right? Previously, they've been talking about fucking Prince Charles getting a finger up his arse, and the Princess of Wales, fucking, oh, she's had surgery, predicting surgery. They're fucking pulling over these royals because they have to go and get a fingernail out or a fucking finger stuck up their ass, right? This story about a 2-year-old boy starving to death, end of the hour, after God knows how long they've spent on all the royal family worship and shite, you know, selling that guy's book about, oh, the Queen didn't like that name, oh, Prince Willie might not be the head of the church. Cannon fodder to sell some prick's book because he puts Harry down, politically motivated by royalist motherfuckers like these arseholes. I don't know whether these talking heads here are royalists, but the fucking channel they work for and the editorial stance and the shit they're told to talk about and the stand they're told to take is, now listen to this dude and watch Jeremy Kyle take the curveball and throw it back at him.
Well, it's deplorable, and look, we've been here every year. We've been here. We've just had a national children's review for the social care, and these kind of questions keep coming up. How do we prevent things like this from happening? And there's a document. Josh McAllister produced this document to government and said, look, there's some solutions here to prevent children in particular from being at risk of safeguarding or you know, just being neglected completely. And the government just ignored it completely. As always, too slow. And then when this happens, we come onto the media, we talk to the papers, we talk to TV channels, and we say, how could this be prevented? It can be prevented every year. And I've got to agree with what Jeremy's just said. This is 2024. A baby has starved to death. And most of the national papers are talking about the royal family in Rwanda. I'm not interested in Rwanda. My area of expertise is making sure that kids like this are kept safe. It's a national crisis.
I actually couldn't agree with you more.
Couldn't agree with you more. After spending 20 whole minutes sucking the royal family's fucking cock, selling some cunt's book about the royal family, and endlessly talking about Rwanda. 20 minutes of that shit. And then they fucking squeeze this guy in, and Jeremy Vile goes, "Oh, I couldn't agree with you more." Listen how he spins this shit. Like, after the guy saying he's an expert in keeping children safe, not the royal family, not Rwanda pish. Listen to what Jeremy fucking Vile says.
Another baby, another one, Friday week. I don't even know what to say. And we have to be very careful. We have to be very careful because there's an inquiry to be launched. But it's easy to sit here this morning, Chris, and go, all the police have referred themselves. Social workers, I made the point earlier, we only ever hear the bad work social workers do. Actually, they do a lot of good work. Why didn't the mother speak to the child? Look, we don't know, so we can only speculate.
Yeah, you can only endlessly speculate with political motives, you fucking cretin.
But I'm with you, pal. I sit here of the
I'm with you, pal. Apart from my first-class seats on the train I was talking about earlier on, I'm with you.
Morning, and I have people virtue signalling. You need to call me by my pronoun.
What the fuck planet are you on, mate? Have you been taking a leaf out of Tommy Robinson's book? Taking a fucking conversation about fucking dead children or the fact that he's a bigot? And then going, what about this? Who's virtue signaling about pronouns, you prick? We're talking about a fucking dead fucking baby. And this guy's just pointed out that the fucking press are obsessed with Rwanda and royal family getting their fucking finger stuffed up their arse. And the fucking Jeremy Vile turns it into people fucking virtue signaling about pronouns. Hold on a sec, mate. What conversation are you having? Who are you talking to here? Who the fuck are you talking to here? Is this deliberate? Are somebody in you like, quick, get him off the fucking fact that we're royal family worshippers in Rwanda and that shit comes before dead babies? Quick, get him off that track.
Need to worry about. There's a 2-year-old child, just whatever.
Yep, exactly, 2-year-old child, and it took you 20 long minutes to fucking talk about it after royal family getting fingers stuck up their ass, having a fucking an operation, and Rwanda push because of fucking the Romulan Sunak had a vote last night that he just squeezed through. Fuck me with a rhythm stick. Right, this is what media training is. You answer a question with an answer. You answer a question with a question and you take the conversation elsewhere. Just like when I said to Tom Robinson, you a bigot, he went, how many people did Jesus kill? What are you talking about, mate? I'm talking about you being a bigot. Fuck all about fucking virgin births, walking in water, and how many people fucking Tinkerbell killed, right? Just like this guy up here, he's talking about the press fucking endlessly rattling on about Rwanda and fucking the royal family getting a finger stuffed up their arse. And this story is like page 8 or the back of the hour. Last story in the news cycle.
You're doing this one, just take stock. If you're driving your car, if you're having your breakfast, if you're looking at your kid right now and listening to this on the radio, a 2-year-old died of dehydration and starvation in this country in 2024, and we spend our lives debating.
Go look up your fist more, mate. It'll make you more look like a politician. When the fuck did some cunt, Jeremy Kyle, who'd appointed Jeremy Kyle some sort of political commentator? He's a gambling fucking addict scumbag.
Everybody else, this is wrong, man, on every level. Totally.
Right, so that's how they do it, folks. They answer a question with a question and take the conversation elsewhere, away from where it was going that they were uncomfortable with. The fact that this guy pointed out the royal worship, the Rwanda bullshit, and this stuff at the bottom of the news cycle, just to install fear into the system and the government into pre-election. Get it? Got it. Good. Have a good day, y'all. Catchies, no cats or cheese were needed for this filming.